I made this video because I want to know about Grandpa and Grandma's past. And I thought it would be interesting. So please enjoy the video.
They got spoiled when they went to school.
You ready, Matt?
You have to come.
Go in, man.
You ready?
And then on the way home again.
No, you got the paper in the way, don't you?
Okay. We're ready. Whenever you're ready, Dusty.
What did you do when you were kids? Did you milk cows? Or?
I didn't have cows that was small. Picking rocks and hauling wood and cutting wood and hoeing potatoes.
We had a lot of potatoes. We hoed potatoes.
I tell you what. First time you were small, you get outside, you fed the cows a little bottled milk, and you helped put in feed, and you played with the cats and the dogs. And then when you got a little bit bigger, the first thing you did when you get home is you get a little lunch from school. You walk home, not ride a bus like you do now. And then you go to the barn and you help feed the cats, feed the dogs.
And did I walk to school? Yes, we walked to school. It was cold some mornings, and my dad had a sled with kind of a box around it, almost like a covered wagon, but it was homemade and it was clothes. We had hay in there, and then we had some bench on the side, and we all sat in a row. We went around the neighborhood, picked everybody up, and that's how he brought us to school.
You bet we walked to school. You know, it was rain, snow, or sleet. You walked. You didn't care if it was cold, you just walk a little faster. Now the kids stand by the school bus and they wait and they complain. They gotta wait for a bus. Well, if they had to walk, they wouldn't have to wait. That is it's good for you guys. Learn what school really was.
All they ever did was milk cows and farm, feed chickens and pigs. So we all just knew how to farm.
Then you go in the house, you have a little supper, and then you get back in the barn and you feed the calves, milk the cows, feed salads, put ground feed in. And then when you get a little bit bigger, years ago, people raised all the potatoes by acres. That's what they lived on more than the cows. And you hold the potatoes all by hand. That's what you kids should be doing nowadays, learn how to raise potatoes. Yeah.
Potatoes up and down in the winter time. Well, we had loose hay up on the hay barn. We had to throw that down so the cows could get fed. And then we used to play hide and seek up there. And of course, Grandma had a big garden. And so we had to help her can and pull rhubarb. Oh, we had lots of rhubarb.
How did you two meet? How did we meet? Well, I tell you what, she had a job at St. Ben's working in the kitchen. And then my sister-in-law said to me, if girls want to go to a dance, if they give them a ride. I said, how many? She said, oh, about 5 or 6, but it was at least that. Then I told them at the dance, I gave you a ride. On the way home, one of them has to sit in the front by me. And then I danced with them all, but I was not a very good dancer. But on the way home, I said, I picked one to sit by me. And the rest all laughed. I said, we can't let them laugh. So I asked her to go to a movie with me. She said, she said, sure. And that's how we met.
And how did we meet? Well, Grandpa gave me a pretty good story of that. But that's about how it went, yes. My sister-in-law said that she had tickets to go to the dance. It was a 4-H benefit thing. And so Grandpa and his brother Cletus they would come and pick us up. Well, there was too many people in the car, but we just piled in. And of course, the girls made me sit in front, so I had to sit on his lap, which of course I didn't like at that time, but I guess I got used to it.
Did you want the farm? Yes, I wanted the farm. First we worked in a flour mill for a couple of years. Then we raised some chickens and roosters at home and sold them, make a profit. And then we went and worked at the Jack Frost. I picked eggs for Jack Frost, hatching eggs. And then after that I went to Visitor. It was actually Franklin at that time. And I worked there for, I don't know, 20, 30 years.
Did I want to farm? I guess that was the only thing I knew how to do was farm, because that's all we ever did at home was farm. So when we started out here, Dad was still working at a freezer plant, so I did the milking and got cows fed and stuff. We had chickens and I had to feed them. One night I came out of the chicken coop and there was some shiny lights shining, shiny eyes looking at me. And I was scared, I didn't know what it was. So I went in the house and I locked the door. So when Grandpa came home I had to unlock the door. I told him and he laughed. He said that was coons. Coons' eyes shine at night and I didn't know that. I guess that's it.
All right.
So I know.
Thank you.
As far as I have
Good job.
to just do
You did
that.
great.
That was great.
You did wonderful.